I also felt really challenged by the nudity. And then I realized I didn't actually have a nude scene and I just showed up on set nude. And that was so awkward.
Yeah.
So my bad for that.
Hi, Kim. Hey, Joe. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty goddamn good. How you doing?
I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm hanging in there myself.
Good. I got some questions for you regarding the box trap and your experience on the box trap. And I would just like to get your input on some things.
Hit us with it.
What stands out as your most memorable moment during the process of working on the film?
My most memorable moment was when Lamar's character and I are fighting. When Lamar starts calling me basically like a pussy, it's pretty great. So that stands out for me.
Nice.
How about you?
Oh, I feel like I have multiple scenes that are pretty drastic. It's the first time I've had to work with an intimacy coordinator.
Me too.
So that was eye-opening, as well as just learning all of the ins and outs of the scenes I've had to do with her, and nudity on set. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
On that note, like this was my very first movie ever doing, and so I definitely felt a lot of nervousness approaching this. But you know, the professionalism with the cast and the crew, it was a really good time. I didn't feel any intimidation once I started actually being filmed versus like the table reading. So
Kim, do you remember after we wrapped and we came back to my house with Will and Victor and we were watching Dude, Where's My Car?
I do.
That was honestly like one of the best days of my life.
Dude, Where's My Car was a very formative movie for you, right?
Oh my God, that's like my ultimate comfort movie. Whenever I'm having a bad day, it just never fails. Except for when my car got stolen. I feel like that kind of hit close to home when I tried to watch Dude, Where's My Car after that. Anyway, if you could share one piece of advice with your character, what would it be?
Advice. Wow. Xander, you probably shouldn't get in the middle of two ladies.
I fucking agree.
Really shouldn't do that.
I agree. Yeah, you shouldn't. Xander.
Otherwise, bad things might happen. Wink, wink.
Yeah, and you deserve everything.
I was gonna say also that I think Xander's character probably self-sacrifices for love. and that's like not good. Like Xander has to like put himself first a little bit more.
No, you know what Xander does? He likes when people self-pity so he could play his hero in his own stories. You really like that, huh, Xander?
You know what? I think I agree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
Xander likes to be stepped on a little bit so that he can pretend to be the hero.
That is great. I am so glad you understood that character.
The advice that I would give to Dev is to meditate, to find some ways to deal with stress management better, and to be more patient with her employees. Although they don't really deserve it, but...
Which 3 characters from the main cast would make up your nightmare blunt rotation?
Wow. What's a nightmare blunt rotation?
Anyone who you just wouldn't want to be in a blunt rotation with.
Wow. I feel like everyone would bring something really unique to that, but the manager from Maple Land Bakery, for sure.
He would be in a Nightmare Coke rotation. I feel.
He would just bring bad vibes altogether.
Yeah.
This is hard. They're all like... Let's go with, next up, the lady who is just always finding someone new to sleep with.
Is that Cass?
I think so.
Cass?
Yes.
The one who's
Let's go with
always
Cass.
like... Really, I feel like she would be so much fun.
I feel like I'd rather go with the Maple Land crew. I feel like the third's a toss-up. I think anybody could fill in that third spot, honestly.
Gotcha. What about you, Ken?
Jess's girlfriend, she seems really high-strung, and like she would probably hog the blunt.
Sam.
Yeah. Jess. I feel like Jess would geek out really high and disappoint even more friends and family.
Yeah, probably.
And I have to go with the owner of Maple Land Bakery again. Yeah.
And last question. Which part of the process did you find the most challenging?
Oh, most challenging. I don't know if I'd call it challenging as more first time, but doing the nudity stuff was a first for me. So obviously there's challenges within that, mental, physical, and imagery too. Just being in front of crew, your director, and multiple other people, having to film all of that. So that's definitely eye-opening, but I'm glad I got it out of the way on this one, and now I feel a lot more confident going forward with other films.
Hell yeah, and you killed that.
Thank you.
That was great. What about you, Kim?
I also felt really challenged by the nudity, and then I realized I didn't actually have a nude scene, and I just showed up on set nude, and that was so awkward.
Yeah.
So my bad for that.
It's okay. You know, I didn't want to say anything when you did. I didn't want to embarrass you, so I just kind of like let it happen.
Oh, I could never be embarrassed nude.
Okay, well, that's good.
And I just really want to emphasize again to HR, I am sorry. It will only happen again maybe 1 or 2 times. But the real challenge was actually just having confidence as an actress. I had never saw myself in front of a camera at all. So very much in the same lane of just like breaking the ice was challenging. And there was also an endurance and stamina, because these are like, I think our first day filming was 14 hours. So we got these long days with a lot of downtime where I'm like, okay, like getting into character when I'm like tired or, you know, over anxious about delivering lines was a thing to overcome. So
I also feel like that worked out for your character because she's always stressed out.
Yeah.
But you killed it too.
Thank you.
Good job.
Appreciate that.
And that is it for this group. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. And I'm tired of talking. Does anyone want to interview the next group to go up?